What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's completely different this time. We're not on the water, but Rob
we're
here,
getting you to the water.
100%. Nice to meet you, Rob.
Thank you, yeah. Nice
So Rob is,
me.
it's a pleasure. Rob is here from Axelmate.
Yeah.
And like you said, he's going to help me get to the water
Yeah,
so I can fish 100%. And also, obviously, getting home safe. That's the most important.
Yeah.
So he does, the brand is Axelmate. So I want to ask you, Rob, why did you start Axelmate? What is it? And also why? Yeah, why did you start it?
Well, like the experience that you had, getting to you just got to the dam, right? And your wheel bearing came
On
off.
my way to the dam.
On the way to the dam, your wheel bearing came off. You were, thank God, you were driving at a slow speed. Your wheel came off. You were doing 120. You'd flip this bike, right?
And it cost you story.
Cost you how much?
Yeah,
a lot of money to get somebody out to do a half job just to get you going. So the same thing happened to me. I've got a ski. I've stood twice, once onto the on-ramp to freeway on the way to Durban Ski Boat Club competition. Misses in the car, so I got the old Rapala lip. Right? Plus now at 5 o'clock in the morning, you have to get your buddies to come and help you. Shops aren't open and it's an on-ramp to a freeway. Chaos. The second time was when we just got back from Mozambique and we were fishing off Durban for the day. I came back 3 o'clock in the afternoon, M4, just before the Edwin Sales turn off. Buddy bing, buddy boom. Right wheel. No emergency lane. No emergency lane. 3 o'clock. Thank goodness Uncle Ronnie from Regals was open. But I still had to find my friends to go and get bearings. And I tried to get bearings on the side of the road. And I just thought to myself, what happens if that happens in Mozambique? And I mean, we've been to Conjata. You see the boats, the Tomcats and the Ace Crafts and all these boats. And the people got their families and mothers, grandmothers, everybody there. Land Cruisers, Prados and things like that. Leave that stranded at the side of the road. Right? To go fetch bearing and leave your family there.
No, it's a big, massive risk.
I didn't look what was on the market. The guys told me in the boat industry it's not going to work because overseas is imperial and we metric. I didn't want to listen. I bought a set and they didn't fit. So we looked at it. I didn't like it. It was just too flimsy. It was just too. It was a gimmick. It was chrome as well. It wasn't advertised as stainless, but it's chrome. So
it obviously wouldn't last.
Yeah. With stone chips, salt water, and water. I mean, you see this. You haven't even been in salt water. You saw what the condition of the bearing was like. So yeah, I took it to the engineers, and they came up with that. So we make Axelmate. We started 2009. This is now version 5. We've got over 660 sets. 660 sets on trailers. Amazing. We haven't lost a single bearing in 15 years.
No.
Not for water ingress into the hub, or for water ingress into hub, or for or lack of lubrication. In 15 years, over 660 sets. There's 1,200 and some change hubs that are running up. I mean, my personal ski, the first one, is in Mozambique. Mate of mine bought it. She's still on the same bearing. She's got Axelmate Mark 1, version 1, Mark 1, number 1 on. And it's still on 15 years. My ski 10 years.
And then goes into salt water, eh?
Yeah, salt water. As I'm going to explain to the guys, when you're buying a second-hand boat, okay, and I know the salesmen are going to crucify me. Don't trust the salesman. Okay? Go through that journal yourself, right? Because a lot of times those trailers have a bearing failure and your journal is damaged. You will show them those pictures. Now, what happens when that journal is scored? Your seal is going to have premature wear, and that's where the water comes in, right? Or if they put the front cap on wrong, so you don't know it. The guys have replaced the bearings, but they don't look at the journals. They don't inspect them to make sure that there's no scoring, rust, or pitting, or gouges out of it. 6 months later, you're driving along, bah! You go, oh, but I've just replaced my bearings.
You wonder why.
Take it back, they replace it for you. 6 months later, bah!
Same thing happens.
Yeah, now Axelmate, because it maintains positive pressure on the hub, when your seal packs up, it's going to push the grease through, right? And you'll see it on the inside of the rim, as you've seen on your rim. You'll see on the inside of the rim, hey, there's grease on my boat. And you know, hey, my seal's packed up. But your bearings, not your bearings, the trailer's bearings will still be hornet, right? This has now proven itself over, I don't know, for the last 15 years. There's guys like, can I say names?
Of course you may.
Fritz Edsel, Mark Allen, Ashud, Zane, the late Brian DeToy, may rest in peace. What a true gentleman. Comes a good flesh. Right? They all support it, they all swear about it, right? And they've been up. I mean, Fritz's boat has been sold, somebody else has got it, and all they do is replace seals. Now, I never expected bearings to last that long. The bearing is a wear and tear item.
Yeah.
Right. So I expected 4 or 5 years, depending on mileage and use. 10 years, 15 years.
Amazing.
Yeah. So
Showing
think
it's
that's the reason I built an axle mate, because once your bearings fail, they damage the axle, and that's a money item. You're gonna have to replace the bearing sooner or later, I thought. So I might even change the name to something else. So maybe trailer buddy or something like that, because at the end of the day, you know, we're protecting the trailer. You protecting the trailer and the rig. So yeah.
And I like the way Rob explained it to me earlier, and I want you to explain it to all our viewers again.
Yeah.
I asked him about his logo, and he said he wants to create a logo where it's basically a set of arms coming around your trailer, or your fender, or your,
It's coming from your trailer around the axle mates.
and it's holding you
Yeah,
tight,
yeah.
like it's protecting you, it's
Yeah.
looking after you, it's got your back.
And the picture is not just of a boat, it's a boat into a jet, or jet ski into a boat, into a horse box,
Into a caravan.
into a trailer. Because guys, this thing fits Berquip and Elko axles, right? 47, 48, 50, 52, 55, and 62. Straight fit. No modifying the hubs, right? Pop it off, if your bearings are fine, you neck it on, and you forget about it.
Hey, for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I actually said to my one customer, this is a bass fisherman, said that he's 70. 70. I said, how long is he going to last? And I looked at him and I said, you and I'll probably be in the grave before you replace those bearings.
Outrun us.
That's a fact.
That's amazing.
Right. And I said, I developed this not for profit. I mean, this is made in South Africa, it's made in Pinetown. So you're not just supporting me, you're supporting all the guys at the engineers that actually make. There's a whole team that we've got going there. It is expensive, right? Well, it's not expensive for the money that you save in the long run, but it's
initial.
Sorry, how much is one of your reels?
Yeah, 5-6 grand.
Okay, it's half the price of a fishing reel.
Sure.
Yeah. And you're going to replace the bearings on there, you're going to service it, you're going to do everything. Not going to do anything.
It's amazing.
Keep on going. So,
So now the main question, Rob, where do everyone get this product from? How do they get in touch with you?
You can get hold of me on Facebook, right? And also on WhatsApp.
No, you don't mind if I share all your details?
No, 100% go for it. It's
followers.
called Axle Mate Wheel Bearing and Trailer, Wheel Bearing Protector and Trailer Servicing. I do mobile trailer servicing like this.
So we can find
you
on Facebook.
on Facebook.
Okay.
A lot of, and also if you guys on the bass fishing sites, I'm on Zane's bass fishing.
Mr. Habib, if you don't know him, Zain Habib, yeah.
And
He's the owner of
the bass
Zulu Natal Bass Fishing
fishing
page.
Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook fishing page. So
And then I'm on yours as well. I think for you, you're on mine.
yeah.
So, yeah, I said I'm not doing this for profit. I never wanted to do it for profit. I just wanted to tow safely and make sure people get home safely.
Yeah.
I can tell you some horror stories about the attitudes of boat shops, but I'm not going to diss anybody or stuff. But believe you me, they don't always have your best interests at heart.
Well, there you go. Thank you so much, Rob.
And thank you for allowing me to fit there.
No, gosh.
Anything?
Pleasure is all mine.
So it's all
We'll do, yeah. So we'll get straight into the video and show you guys exactly how Rob did this. He goes through the whole tutti. We replaced bearings.
Yeah.
We
Expected the journals.
Expected the journals. We did everything.
The journals are a bit toastier, so we're actually running a little bit of a test to see how long that seal lasts before the grease gets pushed through. Then when that happens, we'll have to pop the axle off and have stainless collars put on. AC, of course, sell it.
Or just replace the axle.
It's cheaper just to put collars.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's the
I'm here to save money.
Let's
save me money.
Yeah.
Rather than buy lures.
There we go. Perfect.
Cool.
Thank you so much, Rob. Really appreciate it. And
Thanks,
looking
guys.
forward to 15 years on this axle mate.
You will sell this boat before you buy another one.
Well, there you go.
So, I only make 60 sets in a batch. So it's a scheduled pipe. You get 120 units out of it. So, if you're following my Facebook page and I say to you, I'm low on stock, I've only got X amount of units left over, I only have X amount of units left over. I keep my price the same until that batch is sold. So if it takes me 3 years to sell that batch, the price stays the same for that 3 years. I don't increase it every year. The price increase only happens when the new batch is made. So if you guys are seeing on my Facebook page that I'm low on stock, if you want, get it now. I'm not BSing you guys, right? I said I don't screw us over with money. I save you money where I can, right? I make things last as long as possible. So if I tell you there's low stock, it's low stock. It's not a sales pitch. So if you want it, and I'll tell you straight, if you want to save money, get it now. If you get it in the new production run, it's going to be so much more or less, it's so much extra. So that's it.
Well, thank you, Rob. Yeah, it's that time of the year now. Everyone's going on holiday. So before your next trip, contact Rob, Axle Mate, and get yours done right now.
And don't leave it for the day before you leave. Right.
Yeah.
I can't cut myself into
Great
17 pieces,
Yeah.
right, to go to all the guys. And unfortunately, especially the saltwater ski boaters, right, they're not dissing yokes. But yes, julle instruct julle tyd, nee. And then it's like, hey, mark a plan. I can't make a plan with springs that are falling apart. You know, you're gonna have to have them made. It takes 4 days to have springs made. So please, if you're not going to service your trailers, you want me to do it for you, let's do it well ahead of time. So that's the least of your worries. When you hook it, you know you're fine. You're going. You don't have to, Dan, am I going to make Solana? You know, am I going to make Shai? You want to tow it with absolute peace of mind. That's it. And you guys are welcome to go onto my Facebook page, behind my back, and ask anybody on that Facebook page, anybody who's following. You can ask them behind my back if they got it, and what their opinion of it.
And if they're happy with the product,
Yeah.
they'll give you an honest review.
Yeah, I don't have to be involved in that. You just go on the follow, and you'll see who else is following, and you can ask those guys and get their opinion.
Perfect. Well, you'll get my review.
Well,
Thank you so
you
much.
can't really give me a review of it until you use it for
100%.
right?
Yeah.
But
I
know.
now, yeah.
your headaches.
Thank you.
No,
No, I
massive-
don't have to stress anymore. Thank you,
Okay,
Rob.
appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy the video.
You've had a bearing failure. Somebody helped you at the side of the road. So before I fit the axle, mates, always jack up the wheel, and I feel for lateral play. You see there? I don't know if you can see it. There's lateral play on the wheel. You're going for a fall again. Okay, so I will tighten up the castle a bit, and then we can. And okay. Secondly, how do you check if your bearings are okay? If you spin it. Oh. I don't know if you can hear that.
Great. Yeah.
You can hear
Terrible
something?
sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not what you want to hear.
Definitely not what you want to hear. But we'll see. So then, get my tools. Okay, so for the guys that tell me they don't get their wheels wet. Okay, this is a freshwater boat. Look at the condition of it. Look at the rust on that. This is freshwater. Now, don't tell me you don't get your wheels wet and that your bearings will last, because imagine if that was salt water, you would have had failure already. So I'm going to pull that off. We'll see what the rest of it looks like in the journal.
As you can clearly see, that thing is completely rusted. And like I said, it's only a freshwater boat.
So let's have if you want to have a view inside and get salt water. Only fresh water. Look at the grease is already discolored. And how long ago has it been done?
About 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
Max, look at that.
And,
I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go.
and then
Sure.
that's the condition of the bearing. Fubar.
Yeah, if you don't know what that means, fubar means it is
Stukken.
done, dusted. Finito. I mean, look at the back here.
What does Vicon Dio say? Heading for a fall.
Yep. Saving me another blowout, eh, Rob?
Yeah.
Do you reckon it was because of the blowout, or do you think might have been the previous owner?
He could have had a bearing failure before. Because you see what happens
Yeah.
when the wheel stays on. There's one thing when it comes off. All right. When the wheel stays on, it runs on the journal here. This metal, the seal breaks away, and it's metal on metal. If you can just run your fingers across there, just your nail. Just run your nail
You
across
can
there.
feel it.
That's just going to try the seal. All right. So the right way to do this is to take the axle off.
Replace the axle.
No. Yeah, saving your money, saving your time, putting your Go to Burquip, they make a stainless collar. Give them this OD, give a stainless collar, then you take it to engineer, and they just put the collar on for you. Bob's your uncle. No need to buy a new one. If I just, we'll have to check the other side. We'll have to go get bearings. But I don't carry stock with me. I don't have enough bucks to fucking carry huge inventory. If you do replace the bearings, and you put it back like this, you put the axle mates on, the bearings will be fine. But it'll actually be a nice experiment
Yeah.
to see how long it lasts, how long the seals last. But I don't like doing that with people because I'll do it with my boat. My skivvy, the seals are gone. I didn't even replace them. And from 2015 to 2021, December, I took them apart, slipway launches, everything. My bearings are fine. I put the same seals back onto the same journals with the same bearing.
And it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's still going. So you must tell me which way you want to proceed.
Well, you tell me, Rob.
The
what
right
do you
way,
think it's
the right way is pull into the garage, leave it on the jacks, take the axle off, and speak to Burko, let them give you collars, and take it to engineers, right, to put a collar on. Or maybe either, no, I don't think there's enough to machine off thing. The right guys here, I don't know if you know Alpha McDelta
no.
and Pinetown, they're the right guys for this job. This is a round axle, not a square, so they can put it in lathe and sort it out. So that's the right way of doing it. If you want to go fishing tomorrow, then we just get bearings. You just should quickly go get some bearings and go to spare shop, go see old Gary April, if he still owns a shop. They should have them. Put bearings in for you quickly, and then carry on and wait for the leak to start. Just a quick safety tip, guys. Always use a trestle. Even if you're changing a wheel, changing a tire, doing any work, never ever work on a jack. Unless you don't like your legs. That's just two of the things. I'm going to leave the old ladies looking out for me.
Whoa. Gosh, look at the amount of water in there. Is it water?
Yeah, well. This one was heading for a fall. Okay, so let's what was it on a lappy? I think this is 30203 and 30204, but I'll give you the samples. You're just going to get new bearings quickly, and then I should have the seals here, and then we replace the bearings, fit the protectors, fit the axle mates, and test it. See how long that seal lasts until it starts pushing the grease through. Remember, you're not going to use bearings.
And you'll see it on the boat.
On the inside of the room, yeah. You see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kicking it all out.
Notice that the body is stateless and the piston is actually a C-tol. So you do get difference in expansion and contraction ratios between the two. Okay. You will find in the long run that oil builds up over here.
Okay.
So as to not pollute the dam where you're fishing for bass, and if there's no big stick coming off the back of your boat, and having all the rest of the greenies, and that keeps it in.
Perfect.
On the saltwater application, using saltwater, that oil actually lubricates the spring, right, and the circlip, so it stops rust from building up and that type of thing in the long run. So yeah, if you do take it off, then just have a little rag underneath because there will be oil lying over here in the long run. So yeah, that's the reason.
That's it.
That's
okay. Axle mate.
When you replace your bearings, don't leave the old race in, right? Take it out. You can't put a new bearing with an old race, right? Guys can take a chance, but yeah, anyway. So when you're putting the new race in, make sure it bottoms out. So just listen to the tone when I hit this. See? You feel that hollow sound. Now you know it's bottomed out on the inner lip. A lot of guys don't hit it till it bottoms out, and then when they tighten the nut, right, it pulls it in, and then you get that wobble on the wheel.
Makes sense, yeah.
So you'll hear the tone when you're done.
And you know it's in properly. Yeah. So obviously replacing all the bearings. Have to be a proper job.
We installed the races. We made sure they're bottomed out. So they're properly inside the hub. Now comes greasing of the bearings. Now, I'm not a big fan of doing this with the fingers. But I have better things to do with my clients, so I got myself that little magoti there.
So what is this called, Rob?
This is what you call, do the back one first.
Okay.
Now, strictly speaking, you don't have to get your hands dirty. So good pressure, like so.
So it's just to work smart, eh?
And you will see the greases actually come through the rollers. If you look inside there, see the greases come through
Yeah,
the
you can
rollers.
see it.
So as you know now, it's
properly greased,
It's
yeah.
properly packed. So we'll just take some of that. Wait down here.
Go, Bob's your uncle, eh?
Nog een beetje liefde. En dan we plug it and seal. We're going to put my logo. Where do you put that? I'll see it. Yeah.
Makes
Back
life
in
so much easier.
2009, delivered to my door. The ride was $180.
Gosh, that's a steal, eh?
And this is a big problem. The guys don't, when they put the bearings, they just put grease on the outside. Don't make sure that you're getting grease through the rollers.
Yeah, that's probably the most important, eh?
Yeah. So we've got some lappy. Let's get through the rollers. What you own? Right. See that too? You're just gonna have to wash off your runs and stuff, eh?
Yeah, definitely. Well, this is the cleanest they have been in quite some time. It's terrible.
A little bit dirty.
No, it's okay. I'll clean them up again. Grab the...
There's my windshield. Because you're going to pump the grease in there. You don't want to pump grease for a week. Right? We give it a bit of a preload. A bit of a preload.
Just shows
Grease.
how much-
Just like that.
quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, just fill the void space. Remember, your
Okay.
nut is sitting inside there.
Yeah.
You don't want to overfill it because then it doesn't want to pop on and off. No, it doesn't want to pop on with the pressure. Right. Bearing retaining liquid. This is one I use, but the guys use big guys with big money like you guys can use it out.
That was a good joke, Rob.
Yeah.
I like it.
Lockout's expensive. Eh? Oh, expensive.
Well, what is not nowadays?
My axle mates.
Oh, there we go.
They retail for between 2.4 and 2.6 a set, and you're never replacing your bearings again.
Oh, that's a bonus, eh?
That's all.
Dunzos.
Right now.
That's how quick and easy it is. Look at that.
Right.
Well, Rob's making it look
Guys.
easy.
Word of advice, if you've got axle mates, or even for your boat, get this fitting, quick release, as opposed to normal grease nipple, grease fitting, because with the pressure of the normal grease one binds onto the grease nipple and you stand, you yank there, and you won't pull that out. We put Loctite now. The guys used to pull that out, but also on their boats, these grease nipples here, right? They actually pull them out. There's a grease nipple on your pivot arm, right? On the corrosion happens there, and I just put the grease nipple on, bang, and we'll pull it out. There's one over here as well on the boat. So get a fitting like this.
You can see it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get a fitting like this. What we're using is wheel bearing grease, not Castrol WD. However, you can use marine grease, right? So if you want to get a grease gun, and this fitting with marine grease to specifically service your control arms and your pivot arms, you can use that same grease on here. You don't have to get two grease guns.
That's a bonus, eh?
I'm not
Yeah.
liking in the beginning, but I've seen guys do it. I've strip hubs that have done it. The Fuchs marine grease or Castrol WD mix on, and they have a nice party inside it. So what we do, we put that on, and then we pump until the spring compresses fully. See, the spring's busy compressing it, right? And that will come out the tail.
Because then you know it's
It
just
just-
full.
Sometimes the grease nipple gets a bit stuck, so just
Oh, there we go. You
okay.
Can, you can see it.
Yeah. So your spring's compressed,
Mm.
right? Sometimes the grease nipple does get stuck because there's quite a lot of pressure coming out here. Then just take a little pin and push that little bubble and then
Out.
freeze up. I mean, just push it in and then freeze
Okay.
up again. Then from there, so what you will do, sorry, boss, I'm going to clean your floors. So after your first turn, right, come back, you'll see the springs fully up, fully extended, right? You'll do that 3 or 4 times. And then that hub's full, and we got positive pressure on the hub by keeping the spring compressed. The day your seal packs up, you'll see it.
It'll show on the inside of the rim. Yeah.
So Bob's your uncle. So now they
Boom.
might be your auntie.
Auntie's your uncle.
Yeah, I never know.
Hey,
So let me
here we
do
go.
that from the
Axle
other
mate.
side. So, gone.
Thank you.
No,
No, I
massive-
don't have to stress anymore. Thank
Okay,
you, Rob.
mate. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Wow.